Thanks, Brent. Hello everybody, and welcome to Spiritual Threads, and this is video 7, and today I want to talk a little bit about the first book that I've written, titled Standing in the Shadows of Light, which is available at Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. And the book has been available now for over a year, and anyway, I want to talk a little bit about reviews of the book. A number of people that had bought copies of my book had left reviews on Amazon.com. However, a few weeks later, their reviews all of a sudden was taken off and simply disappeared. Some of the readers of my book had contacted Amazon, but didn't really get much in the way of an explanation as to why their reviews were taken off. And certainly I had contacted them, but I too did not get much of a response as to why they were taking the reviews off. Perhaps maybe they don't, maybe they're not that keen on Canadian authors or whatever. I'm not sure, although they've got a number of Canadian books and authors on there, as you may know. Anyway, Reverend Karen Lee Sampson, who is a very dear friend and colleague of mine, had bought several copies of my book. In fact, she had gifted many copies of her book to all members of her family, which they were simply overwhelmed, and I suppose one could say maybe they were speechless because they were so surprised when they got a copy of it. And also she gifted many copies of my book to her many friends in Florida. And anyway, Karen, like many of the other readers that had purchased the book, had left a review on Amazon as well, and it too was later taken off. So anyway, Karen recently decided to just simply write a review for the book, and she emailed it to me. And so today I would like to read you her review, and besides it, I will test out my reading skills. And anyway, in her email, Karen writes this in regards to my book. Standing in the Shadows of Light is a book about the life of Ray R. Ellis, professionally known as Ray of Light. A world-renowned psychic medium, Ray's book reveals his life as a young boy and onward into adulthood. Ray shares his experiences growing up and his journeys, experiences, a memoir of his life to date. Ray shares his development through life's experiences, the ups and downs in life, the experiences encountered on this earth plane. Ray takes one on a profound journey into seeing the reality into the developing mind of a clairvoyant medium. Ray has a deep connection and frequency to hearing spirit speak. It was then that Ray decided to share the words from spirit that flowed from his essence like lyrics of a song that reveals the many frequencies of life and the connection with spirit. Ray shares spirit interactions, a commingling, insightful dialogue that presents confirmation of the spiritual dimension realm. Ray's life in Manitoba, Canada played a huge role in how Ray's life experiences came to shape his connections with the threads of earthly interactions to those with spirit. The fabric of his story is interwoven, a finely detailed accounting of Standing in the Shadows of the Light, a brilliant accounting of Ray's life and his keen ability to communicate with spirit. Ray is a true empath. He has abilities that help others remember why they are here, what spirit has to say. Spirit speaks. All you need to do is ask and listen. Spirit communicates, yet spirit will never interfere with free choice of action. Need answers. Spirit has no limitations. Ray currently works with people in addiction, health questions, relationship issues, concerns, financial questions, job concerns, and much more. Ray can be found on YouTube, radio, and in your bookstores, Amazon, Barnes and Noble. Standing in the Shadows, The Light is a fascinating book that looks into the shaping of a boy to man, and also the shaping of a fine-tuned medium that hears spirit speak and shares his perspective with readers. Ray shares his memoir through a well-written, chock full of evidence, accounting of survival after passing onward from the earthly plane over to the spirit world. Life is for eternity. We never die, we just change in energy. Ray was interviewed in the UK by editor Matthew Hutton with Psychic World newspaper, England. This book will reveal Spirit Speaks. Ray listens and shares the reader with expanding awareness of communication with the spirit world. Reverend Karen Lee Sampson of South Florida, spiritual medium located in Florida, USA. I also wish to say that Karen has a store online, and her profile there is Moonbeam, which is spelled MOONBEAN 0999 at Etsy, that's ETSY.com. Karen has a store that features a number of vintage items such as jewelry, eclectic items, clothing, household items, and more. So you may wish to check out Karen's store at Etsy.com. And also I just wish to say that in other words, coming up, I will be doing 2 more videos very shortly. And before I get into that, I just wish to say that when you help and support the objectives and expectations of others, you also help and support your own objectives and expectations for your own life. And anyway, coming up on video 8 and 9, I will be talking about spiritual perception. And I'm looking forward to that. And anyway, everybody, I thank you for joining me today. And in the meantime, don't forget to check out my book, which is available at Amazon.com and Barnes & Noble. And the book is titled Standing in the Shadows, The Light. And as far as price-wise, it's reasonably priced at... it's available in the paperback edition for $19.95 and also in the Kindle edition for $7.49. And look at it this way. These days, you'd pay more than that for, shall we say, a cup of coffee. And anyway, everybody, thank you. And in the meantime, take care, keep safe, and may God bless. And I'll see you soon.